It's right there. Oh, jeez. You look like you're part of a rap video homemade from the 90s.
Can you use your computer?
Yes. Realize there's a button right there to do it. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to the March live stream.
March Madness.
We're a little late. That's my fault. Row.
Row.
Danny. So, how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Hope you're having a good March. We like March here at Sneak Podcast because I like how I call us here, like it's a place.
It is.
Like we're a place.
We're in the dimension.
Like a building. Here at Sneak Podcast, we love March because I'm sure my computer is driving you nuts, Reed. All the little things that I don't do right on it.
Yeah.
So I'm not a computer guy, but I work with a lot of technology. And so I find incredibly backwards ways to deal with problems on my computer that most computer guys, I think, would find asinine.
So good.
Put it politely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
Whoa.
Alternate angle.
Alternate angle? Oh,
What?
is it flipped?
It's mirrored, yeah.
Oh, that's trippy.
It's fine. It's like when you hit the angle button on your DVD remote.
So really, I'm over
This is mirrored.
here.
This is the mirror. Well, anyway, but you guys are seeing the correct angle. The one we're seeing is mirrored. Reed's judging you as an IT guy. That's fair. I think that's fair.
I judge him as a human being, not just as an IT guy.
Yeah. Reed judges all, and he judges all as Reed deems fit. So yeah, if you've got any questions for any of us, sneak attack related or otherwise, be sure and
All caps.
all caps question. Put question all caps at the front. That way we don't miss it as they're coming through. But we've got Bryce Henry, Aaron Albus, Pawalabi, 6+, Amalia. Looks like we got 11 of you guys. Ellen, Bryce, I already said him. Kaylee. Cool, guys. I think Kelsey will be coming up eventually, and Mike's probably not going to make
Mike's
it.
not going to make it.
Yeah. So
bad.
it's probably a little weird because we've got the screen right in front of us, and so we're not looking at the camera
Oh, yeah. No, we're not.
because everybody's looking at us over there. And we're looking at the TV.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I had Michigan State and Virginia in the final, so that was bad. Did you guys fill out a bracket?
I filled out a bracket.
Nah, man, I'm not a sports guy.
You don't sports.
I don't sports very well at all, which also means I don't understand all of the passion behind them.
I think Reed had Loyola, Kansas in the final.
I had Loyola making it all the way to the Sweet 16.
Oh, there you go.
I had my winner is still in it. I had Villanova as the WinRars, but I had them playing Cincinnati, so that feels bad. I don't normally fill out a bracket.
Who does Villanova play? Kansas Duke plays,
Mm-hmm.
and Villanova plays.
Kansas State? No, not yet. I have no idea.
Dan, why the voice? Just why? Bryce
Why
needs to
not?
know.
Why not the voice? Level 8? Level 8? Insta level 8?
I do want to clarify because we've gotten questions.
He didn't tell you to use that voice.
I didn't say be
Oh, no.
racist.
No. See, I have a voice that I've been working on for another character, but I didn't want to use that voice. and I don't have
What's that voice?
very many other voices. You'll find out.
You're saving it?
I'm saving it
When's the other character showing up?
for volume 2. I'm
Volume
hoping.
2, I think
Volume
it's
2. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
hoping.
Gosh, I don't think I've even started working on like a character for
Yes, you
Volume 2.
have.
I have an idea, but I've jumped back and forth on that.
So you have multiple characters.
I have multiple characters. Yeah. That's what it is. I haven't like started writing a backstory yet.
Yeah.
But I'm super pumped for Volume 2. Grace, thanks for just writing question. Appreciate that. I know. What's the best way to plan for a session? Reed, hit us up, man. What's the best, the optimum way
Sure.
to session plan?
Over prepare. That's one thing I struggle with, is finding the balance of preparation and over preparation. What does Chris Perkins say? What's that thing he says where it's like,
he says he won't say no, but you have to make him fall in love.
No.
with it.
The thing where he talks about how much he plans. It's something like he only plans, like if the session is 4 hours long, he only plans for 2.
Yeah,
or something like that, to leave himself spontaneity and leave himself room to like work with the players on the spot. So I think that is important. If you're not good at improv or coming up with stuff on the fly, that's a skill that you will learn by DMing. It can be taught, it can be learned, built just like any muscle. So I think if you do that, I think if you do that and just like have contingency plans. I said very early on when I started that I would have a lot of just like random data written somewhere, like a list of names, a list of shops, a list of whatever that I could just pull from when I needed to make it feel like my world is much more detailed and thought out than it actually is. So you can fool a lot of people by just being a little extra prepared, a little bit. You don't have to go the full distance. So
Yeah. That's solid. It's nice. I think sometimes too, you'll message us and ask what we're thinking of doing.
Yep.
So getting the voice of your characters and going, hey, your players, and being like, what do you guys want to do? Because that can influence.
Definitely, yeah. Work with your players.
Yeah.
Know their motivations. Know what makes them tick. Know what they hate. If you know what they love and what they hate, you can make pretty decent stories around that.
Yeah. I'm super pumped for Ready Player One.
I'm kind of excited for it.
What's your issue with Ready Player One, Reed?
It looks like
It hasn't
garbage.
even come out yet.
Yeah, it looks like garbage.
Oh
You
man,
missed a question, by the way.
I missed a question.
Yeah, there it is by Aaron.
Oh, how's everyone? How excited is everyone for Infinity War from Aaron Albus?
That's a thumbs up for me.
Yeah, I'm pumped for Infinity War.
I bought tickets.
When's it come out?
27th. Not 2 days from now, but a month and 2 days from now.
In April.
What I said.
April.
There it is.
I'm very excited. I think it's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
What are you going with?
You, dog?
All right, I'm excited now.
Are we going to? I remember you like
Yeah,
pitching it.
I
to
bought
everyone.
everyone tickets.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I did too.
Come on. No,
Who's your favorite Marvel character?
all of them.
They're all right
Okay.
here. They're all right here. Look at all these tickets.
Actually,
Look at all these
Dude,
tickets.
You could literally just make it rain, but don't, because you might lose one.
Yeah, look
I
at
like-
all these tickets.
I like the Asian Apprentice, the Doctor Strange. Because why not?
Oh yeah.
Because why not?
Because why not?
Yeah.
I have to. He's my Black Panther.
He's the closest you're gonna get to representation in a Marvel film.
Oh. Yeah. Well, show me the fat redhead superhero. Where's my representation?
I think that might be 2 on the nose.
You get Thor.
The beard. It's just the beard.
Oh, I was thinking more the Aryan thing.
He's a very Aryan guy.
Yeah.
You know what though? Redheaded dudes
Okay.
do not typically get lead hero roles.
No.
Usually they're villains. Redheaded women is a completely different thing, but redheaded men almost rarely are good guys. Where Sinestro or
Sinestro. Ron Weasley, that dude's the worst.
yeah, just terrible, terrible people. So, but for real, I am excited for Ready Player One. I loved the book. I think they're doing some creative stuff with the movie, but Ernest Cline's been involved the whole time, and so I don't expect it to be as much of a 80s homage as the book was.
No.
But
They've already shown in the trailer. It's like
the
Halo
Iron Giant,
Halo
the
Spartans.
Halo Spartan,
like-
Overwatch characters.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like
Gotta
Wreck-It
make it
Ralph
relevant.
for adults.
It is. Well, for teenagers.
Yeah, young adults. Okay. Is Danny's Volume 2 character from Space Asia?
I saw this. I was laughing at this comment thread.
Space Asia.
Space Asia. I keep hearing that in my head, like the guy in Armageddon when he says "space dementia."
That's the Russian guy.
Yeah. When they go rescue him.
Yeah, on the space station.
Space Asia. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, that's all the questions for now. I'll keep an eye out for him.
There is another question from John O'Brien. John O'Brien, I work with a guy named John O'Brien.
Wait at.
Do you have plans to come out to anything in SoCal ever?
Oh, he didn't put question in front of it.
Yeah, we plan to go to In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out.
I would love to. I'm a huge fan of that area. I think it would be a blast to come out for a convention or something like that. But
Dude,
um,
could we start planning 2019 conventions that we want to go to? Could we plan like a year where we go?
A convention year, a con year.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
that sounds not fun to me.
Gen Con, Dragon Con, Comic Con.
I wonder where the most beneficial place for either a con or a meetup would be. Like, where could we gather the most?
Louisville.
You think so?
That's where we have the most downloads.
No, but Louisville is very centrally located.
Hmm.
It's like
Louisville,
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah, so like FedEx's headquarters, like their shipping headquarters is in Kentucky, because it's like the most centralized spot between all the major like populace.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of East Coast, Easternish coast, but it has really good weather all the time. It's a hub, man. I think it's close to Ohio. It's close to New York. It's all. I mean, obviously, if you're from California, rip you, but we can't please everybody.
Okay. That's cool. What about a sneak attack tour?
The sneak attack tour.
Ooh.
Yeah. Where
We get a tour bus.
We go around the nation doing live shows.
We get our caricatures
Every week.
vinyled on the side.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan, do me a solid. Open up my backpack. The big
Big zipper.
the big zipper,
Zipper.
and then grab my iPad from it.
Reed did some art apparently,
Yeah.
and we haven't seen it.
Nope. That's why I'm
You don't
getting.
have a case yet?
No, that's why I'm getting my iPad out so I can show you guys.
I didn't know you were an artist.
Oh, you just wait. How's my iPad? Not on the
Ooh,
list.
Omaha Comic Con. I
There's,
think that would be rad.
there's a con in Omaha called the Anime Nebraska Con. I don't know how fun that is, but I know it exists. It's pretty major.
I would love to go to any Omaha convention or Lincoln convention. Sold out amphitheaters. Oh, for the traveling show, absolutely.
We would sell out to like crowds of 50. I think that's like
So we got to find venues.
yeah,
that
just
hold
50 or smaller. No larger to make us feel bad.
It's got to
So-
be standing room only.
Ooh.
So this art is a stream thing.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get it?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
So, someone asked me yesterday to draw something, and so I did. But naturally, I drew something that was very near and dear to my heart, as artists do. And
It's gonna be a wiener.
I was gonna say it's a dick.
It's a big
Definitely,
one.
it's definitely a dick butt.
but what I drew, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for offering your house 6+. Appreciate that.
You guys keep talking. I'll find it. Don't worry.
So Dan,
Yes.
what's new?
Oh man. Oh, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I do know.
You know.
I know.
Oh, you know.
What's going on here?
No, you don't know. Nothing's new. One day closer to death.
Wow.
Solid.
Mm.
When's your birthday?
Oh, when is my birthday?
I know it.
Yeah, you guys are best friends. You guys have known each other since birth.
I know your birthday.
Yeah. It's like the same month as yours. I know your birthday too. I don't know Dan's. Kelsey does, I'm sure. Guys, it took me a couple years into my young adulthood to remember my own sister's birthday.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, so I drew something. Yesterday. It was in MS Paint.
It's a great program.
It's a great program. It was in MS Paint, and it means a lot to me. And I hope it means a lot to you.
Sure.
Yes.
Wow. Do not show that to Kelsey.
No. My favorite is
Wait, why does Dan have pecs?
I made him slightly ripped.
I've got this nice.
I'm very impressed.
Josh,
with yours.
here's the deal. I am incredibly recognizable. A 12-year-old could draw my could render my face
Your eyes.
if I was ever a criminal.
Your eyes.
Your face is priceless.
Oh.
As someone very quickly after.
Did a little thing on it.
Can we please see the picture? Fine.
Just remember, camera's up there.
Yeah. Okay. So it's this. I can't see it. Can you let me see it?
And then go to the Google Hang.
Yeah, take it close.
Take it real close. It's not going to change the adjustment because it's not how it works.
It's not?
No. I hold on. I can change it from here. Just keep it there, Dan.
Hold on.
Guys, it's going to get weird for a second. Hold on.
Brightness, right? Oh wow.
Contrast down.
That's actually not bad. Yeah, right there. It's tough to tell. I'll post it somewhere.
It's terrible, is what we're trying to say.
It's terrible. All right, you can sit down now. But that's how I spent my Saturday, just thinking of you guys.
It's very lifelike and realistic.
Yeah.
That needs to be our cover picture.
Yeah.
Guys, remember?
It's actually going to be on.
If you're asking a question, remember to put in all caps the word question. Otherwise, we might miss it. I'm just making sure we didn't miss.
6+ wants to host the con at his house?
Yeah, that's what he said. He'll host us at his house.
Or their house? I don't know if you're
Yeah.
a man or woman.
Their house.
Not going to assume.
Do you ever play D&D not for the show? Yes.
I don't. Josh
Nope.
does.
You did once.
I did.
Yeah. We've played outside of the show.
Mm-hmm.
We used to.
It's not well, and
I want to play a game with you as a player so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
And I've played games, but it hasn't been like it's not recurring games. Like the show is my only ongoing campaign. So when I say I've played D&D outside the show, it's just been like little one-offs.
Yep.
Here and there with different groups of people.
Yeah, we Josh and I had a recurring game as players.
Yeah.
That just became a lot. Like it was just a huge commitment.
Yeah.
So much like other D&D games, it was very difficult to stay committed to it when we've got so much other stuff going on.
There's a lot of people who can do like multiple ongoing campaigns, but I can only do one at a time. And so
it's so much of an investment. You pour yourself into it.
And I think that's the deal. It's like I don't have to do D&D. Like when I'm in a game, I'm 100% in the story. I'm 100% trying to develop my character, whether it's for an audience or not. I dive deep.
Yeah.
So it worked out well with the audience being included. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Being that invested. But that's my norm. The obsessive nature you see on the podcast is my regular.
That's his just on button. Yeah. Bryce asked a question up above a little bit.
Bryce did.
Yeah.
Question: are you going to see sell Sneak Attack hats in the future?
Ooh.
I like the idea of a Sneak Attack.
That'd be dope.
I like the idea of a Sneak Attack beanie. That's like the Sneak Attack red with the logo on it. I would wear the crap out of that hat.
I think
You're
I
a
would.
beanie guy.
I think I would.
Love
I would
beanies.
wear just a regular ball cap with the
Yeah.
logo. Like it'd have to be like the real thick embroidery though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like if-
oh yeah, it's there to stay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not just like a print, but just something
Yeah.
like real thick embroidered on there. I
Yeah.
would wear that.
We could have a little like one of the little sticker on the bill. Like have a flat bill with the sticker. It says, like Mike made it. That's a
Just
terrible
Mike
idea.
made it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like you get a flat bill hat and it's got like the sticker right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
people are real.
from-
People are real
leave it on?
big about like not taking the
Yeah,
stickers
yeah.
off.
Why
like,
is that?
It's like a sign of freshness, isn't it?
yeah, it's all about
Something like that?
all about that fresh.
Yeah.
Banana fresh.
I remember when people buy hats, they immediately just flex the bill like crazy to make it look worn,
Mm.
and now it's the opposite.
Well, like this kind of
Look at that.
hat is like it's a shorter bill and it's super flat.
Supposed to be flat.
Yeah.
It's like skater / hip culture, hip hop culture.
Hip hop.
hip.
Don't stop till you drop.
Don't stop in the
The
hip.
boogie to beat.
Who's to say?
Okay.
Have you ever had a sneak attack related dream? Every day while I'm doing work.
I feel like yes. I feel like it was not about like us in the world. I think it was us recording.
Was it a stress dream, or like a fantasy dream?
A fantasy dream?
Like unrealistic things are happening.
Oh, like
Was it grounded in reality, or were there like
No.
dragons and butterflies?
no, it was just butterflies are
I
a
realized.
fantasy?
I realized what I said.
No, Heidi Klum showed up and she said, "Reed, you're the best DM I've ever seen." And I said, "I know it, Heidi."
I know it.
Oh
I
man,
know it.
But
classic
that's
Heidi.
that's the weirdest part of it.
Um,
No, it's not. That's not the weirdest.
so
part.
funny because there's like a few seconds delay. So someone here is saying yes. What Reed is saying is.
It's about the
Times-
hat. It's about the hat.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Reed's saying
You're supposed to
yeah,
bend it.
yeah.
You're supposed to do. See, these guys bend. Then they're supposed to.
Yeah.
You don't want these. You want these to cradle the top of your face.
Ooh, cradle.
Driver's caps. All right. Question from Amelia.
Amelia.
I think you mentioned it at some point in a mailbag episode, and I don't know if you were serious, but is there any thought on a one-shot with Josh DMing?
I think I'd be okay with that.
There's definitely been thoughts.
Yeah, I think I'd be okay with that. As like because we've talked about how there's going to be a little bit of a gap between Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Mhm.
I think it'd be cool to do a one shot.
Can I DM a one shot?
I would be happy with anyone one. Like, let's just do like a 2-hour session. Like everyone can DM a game, except me. I do enough of that. and then yeah, we can just like
Everybody just griefs Reed.
Yeah,
Every game.
that's it. I roll a 19, you miss. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be a lot of fun. It'd be good content to release in between the volumes, and
Mhm.
it'd be nice for like people like Danny or Kelsey who don't normally get to flex their DM chops
Yeah.
to flex that. I think that'd be really fun.
Right on. Question. You've briefly mentioned some of the more immediate effects of choosing the book instead of the amulet.
Mm-hmm.
How would the end game be different? Would they still be finding the stones?
That's an excellent question. I don't believe so. No.
Yeah.
I think this would be more preventative measures, like
We'd be dealing more with the princes of the apocalypse than the actual apocalypse.
Yep. So I think the story would have diverged into more of like almost like a mystery thriller rather than
Ooh.
like an action movie. Because right now it's fire, brimstone, Armageddon.
The end is nigh.
The end is
Yeah.
nigh. But I think before that it would have been a lot of like connecting like what appear to be very isolated random clues to form along the way of the larger story of like who's behind it, how do we stop it, like because the book was always meant to be the like essence of knowledge rather than the essence of power, which is what the amulet is. So it would have given them insight and information into what was going to happen without being so overt to be like, go here on this date and punch this guy in the face, you know. But I mean, just like luckily that requires a lot more nuance. So I don't have all of like the details of that worked out, but I'm glad they chose the amulet because
Yeah.
it's more my wheelhouse.
And it's way more fun. And I think you knew we were gonna pick the amulet. Like
There was like honestly, I think it was like 70% chance.
Okay,
I was like,
okay,
I'm
okay.
70% sure they'll pick the amulet.
okay. The reason I'm glad that we're doing the path that we took, the path that we took, and I don't regret at all not grabbing the book, is because if we would have grabbed the book, we would have been trying to do preventative measures, right,
Mhm.
for the rest of our lives or whatever.
Mhm.
But we wouldn't have possibly ever made any kind of permanent fix to the problem. You know what I mean?
Sure.
We might not have actually like ever fully defeated Valsar or completely rescued Sylvana.
I think too, you probably wouldn't have known that you were like making a permanent fix. Because when you are the one that punches Valsar in the face and says, "Get back to where you came from,"
Yeah.
like like I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, I'm going to
Stop anybody from ever touching it.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna pull the wheel off this carriage, so he has to take a different car, which takes him to a different spot. Like it's a much more like long con type of game. You don't see the end results super immediately, so you don't get that sense of instant gratification.
And I feel like there's a bigger chance that eventually all of us who have the book will die. The use of the book might go out. You know what I mean? And then the world could still rise up to an apocalypse again. The path that we're taking right now is directly confronting the literal problems, like behind everything.
But I do like it. Like that's part of just my DM style is, despite the fact that it would have been a huge like out of my comfort zone type of campaign to transition to if they'd chosen the book, I still wanted to give them that option because I like challenging myself in that way, and I like coming up with new ways of presenting conflict and presenting problems. Like it's very easy, which is why I default to it a lot. It's very easy just to to manifest a problem in the shape of an individual or like a creature. So you're just like, this is some obstacle, blah, blah, blah. Now kill it. Not this is some obstacle. Now make both sides come to a type of mutual agreement without shedding blood. Like that's like much more abstract and heavy. So it's, I want to stress myself and I want to like go that route sometime. But yeah, I'm glad they chose what they chose.
Yeah, right on. Quellable is asking, how's self-employment, Josh?
Yeah.
It's great. It's going good. I'm getting regular work, so and I have a lot more margin in my life to do creative stuff.
Good.
Which may or may not end up being shared with the Sneak Attack family. How do you maintain that awesome beard? Well,
I think he's talking to you.
Every night, I cradle it in a bed of soft flowers, and then I rinse it in a flowing stream in a park. After that, I then allow a living porcupine to comb it. It moves through my beard and brushes all of the dead skin and extra hairs off. It's quite amazing. After that, I coat it in lavender oils and
essential
and essence of the color blue, and then I go to sleep and I dream of only the beard. Upon waking up, the sun brings it to life. And that's pretty much it. It's not a lot of work, just consistency. That's the real key.
Consistency.
Yeah.
His porcupine budget is insane, though.
Yeah, you gotta. Porcupines they're not cheap, and they die very easily. How is the board game going, Josh? It's actually going pretty good.
Yeah.
It's going really good. I actually just revamped the quick start play sheet. And I'm having an actual guy who writes training manuals give it a once-over. So I did all that this last weekend.
Nice.
So it's in the works. And I wrote 10 pages of a webcomic this last week, which felt really good. Have you seen those yet?
No.
Okay.
I was actually going to before I came over here, but I had to do basement stuff.
No worries. I like you.
I knew you would ask.
I like you seeing them because I know that you will give me the hard truth or the beautiful truth. Question: grow a beard, Danny.
No, it's grow a beard, Danny.
I kind of just wish it was like
Yeah.
question: Danny, grow a beard.
If I could, I would.
You can grow a
But I
stash.
can't. I could grow stash.
You got the stash
I
going.
could grow stash. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
You kind
though.
of have it right now, like a little like stub stash.
Well, you could go full on Fu Manchu.
Yeah, I could.
And you go
grow this
Montoya
into-
your face.
Oh gosh, I don't think
Right now, what do you?
that's not a good look.
It's like a John Waters for you.
Just
almost.
tell everyone you're looking for this for the 6-fingered man.
Yeah.
Uh,
I could grow like an ancient Asian beard that was just like one long.
Yeah.
Oh, I would
One long, like 3-foot hair.
if I could
hmm.
I get you. You could like
someday.
tie your car keys to it.
Yeah, beat it.
Yeah, you never lose it.
Glorious. Glorious.
Alyssa.
Pie me?
What?
What does that mean? Psst. I was so happy when Brenna pulled the Sherwood card. Yeah, that was awesome. That was really cool. And kudos to you, Dan. You don't typically step up in the dialogue role-playing
Mhm.
game. But you did a good job in that scene where Greg was being a little prick. And you and Brenna convinced him.
Mm.
You said the line about maybe that hammer's not your
Yeah,
burden
yeah.
anymore.
Not your hope or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Or maybe that hammer isn't the hope that you bring in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was probably the mental seed that led me to where I eventually, spoiler alert, gave the hammer away.
Oh,
Oh, Pai Mei from Kill Bill. I get you. That's the beard he wants you to have.
Mhm.
You know what I should do? I should take, now that Greg gave the hammer away, I should give my homemade hammer away.
Mm-hmm. And the Nutcracker.
Not the Nutcracker. That's going absolutely nowhere. I'm freaking keeping that thing. But you have a problem with the Nutcracker?
No, I'm just saying if you would.
No. I'd give away something that I made, but I'm not going to give away something someone else made and gave to me.
That's fair.
That's like, what a terrible person. What kind of terrible person would do that? Regift. Reed, just how much do you enjoy watching Cass fall apart over Tegan?
It's fun. I know she swoons, so it's,
You got to do when next time Tegan comes up, he's got to have like wind blowing his hair, and he's making like a what's it called? The blue steel or whatever.
Blue steel.
The blue steel face.
I know Tegan is just like Fabio in all of his romance novel book covers.
He's got one of those shirts like that's the deep
V.
the deepest of
All the way
Vs.
down to the belly button. Yeah.
He's like the wind.
Yeah. I know he makes your heart melt, so it's always fun too.
Then Greg stabs him with his new sword.
Yeah. Probably. And that's
Um,
probably the right call.
Danny, is Akio's mom okay?
Who knows? We'll probably never know.
We can probably just assume her head's off her body as well.
No, she lost her feet.
Okay.
Oh,
The opposite.
The opposite.
Together, her and her husband are still intact
Yeah.
completely.
Something. I don't know.
Akio isn't super outspoken about what he's going through. Sorry. Were his feelings being back in what were his feelings being back in Durhaven, where everything with Natsu happened?
I was really torn with Akio being back on his home island because I wanted him to be back home, but at the same time, I didn't want him to run into his parents because he was running away from his family in the first place. But I felt like since he was there, he had to see them somehow. So I know the way things went down with his dad weren't ideal, probably from a listener's point of view, but as Akio, I was totally fine with that happening.
That's just savage. Like,
He's just beyond. Here's the deal: Akio's reached a point of mental awareness, right? Because you spent hundreds of years.
Oh yeah.
And during that time, you probably thought, all my family's dead. Everyone I know is dead. So your connections to the world probably don't feel as strong as they would have when you were alive before.
No. Definitely not.
Okay, but like riddle me this: if you came back and you were told like, hey, only like 4 or 5 months have passed, everyone's still fine, assuming they survived a 35-year jump, like that wouldn't reinvigorate some type of like search for answers or closure, maybe?
Well, I mean, he doesn't have any answers other than like he had this incredible pressure to become a wizard like his family, like pick up that mantle. All he wanted to do was make noodles, which his family despised. So
So you didn't like them.
he was
So-
like running away from the pressure, the family pressure to take things over.
So if you had a noodle franchise, you were the Colonel Sanders of
Colonel Sanders.
of noodles.
Oh,
Could you have would you have gone back with a chip on your shoulder and been like, screw you, Dad, look what I did without you?
that's a good question.
You know, because if I misplayed that relationship and could have given you a noodle empire before we went to Durhaven, I would have done that.
No, you know what? It probably would have been like
The General Tso of noodles.
Did someone write that?
Yeah, Bryce.
Come
Well-
on, guys.
Well done, Bryce.
It probably would have been like Joseph in the Bible.
Okay.
You know, you hit it big time.
I'll be like, you need me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now you need bailed out. Come on over and let's talk.
Oh gosh.
Did any players figure out early that the last stone was in Lorendale?
I think Kelsey.
Kelsey had an
I
inclination.
think Kelsey had an idea.
I don't know if she pieced together the whole pearl thing. You know what I mean? But I think she knew that that's where it probably was. That was the island that we needed to go to.
Yeah. I think I overheard Kelsey say something like, I bet it's on Lorendale, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think anyone, I did read something online where someone correctly predicted that the last stone was in the lake, or it had something to do with the lake.
I love when we put out the literal first the first clue to something big, and then someone on social media is like, I cracked the code.
Mm-hmm.
I figured it all out. Like someone figured out the whole thing with the boats after the Death Maros excursion into the Plain of the Damned, when we were on the shipwright back.
Oh,
Someone actually pieced together
someone pieced together
the captain,
the halfling.
the halfling.
Yeah, yeah.
Like none of us were
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
None of us were there.
That was really funny because that was the like literally most minimal of clues.
Was that Maddie?
Yeah, it was Maddie Sassman.
Maddie Sassman. She got it. I don't think
She's
watching.
an IRL friend,
Yeah, we know her in real life.
and she I mean she nailed it. She walked up to me at one weekend and she was like, I have to, is it this person? And my eyes got wide. It did right then. She knew. I was like, how did you know? Like, how could you have possibly made that connection? She's like, I don't know, I just did.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
And then someone figured out the Sherwood thing pretty quickly too. Someone was right on top of
The
that.
Sherwood thing?
I'm sorry, the Milo thing.
Oh, about
With the pineapple?
About the pineapple.
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Like, someone made a comment like green hair, and then
Yeah.
there was a pineapple, and
Yeah.
that was like literally right after the character episode.
That wasn't very
I feel like
covert.
it,
That
yeah,
wasn't very
I
covert.
feel like the character episode pretty much
Yeah.
spelled that out.
but a lot of people were jaw dropped because we don't touch it anywhere
No,
but
in
that
the actual episode,
one.
I
moment
remember
in the character
recording that episode recently, and around the table, people were like, "Oh!" and I was like, "How is this the thing?"
No, it's people were so enamored by
Then people were asking, why are
Mike.
none of you shocked?
right. It's like, well, we knew.
We knew.
But Mike's people are so enamored with Mike's little story he was telling, his little like game he was playing in,
Yeah.
in his
Oh,
imagination,
gotcha.
that I think people weren't listening to the actual story conversation.
Because we intentionally hid it
Yeah.
under his dialogue as a kid. Once we're
Mhm.
out of the mind space, creative space with different voices, when we're back in, I freaking loved that story. That was a fun one to work on. Question, Reed, can you make a Maybrook equivalent in Volume 2? It's a shame we don't get to see it. Ken, I request that you do make a whole planet that's just like Maybrook, and we never go there.
Sure,
Okay.
done.
All right.
Sorry, he asked me second. So that's,
I included their request. I just added
Yeah.
something onto it.
so what's someone saying about the pearl?
Reed, are you? Oh,
as soon as
you
we
one
knew
up here?
Stone where it was, I was like, the pearl is probably where the pearl. Yeah. Okay. I mean, like, the people that like religiously listen to the show multiple times, they probably figured it out because, like, it's not just like an everyday object. Like, it's in the knife. You're like, well, what's that mean? But like, yeah, I'm not surprised that some people pick that
Yeah.
up.
And Bryce is wondering if we're going to be, I think, engaging in underwater combat, and if that's something that you're studying.
Oh, it's underwater combat? No, I know how the pearl's gonna play out. In terms of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like how things will behave. But I don't know fully yet what like combat or like necessarily what challenges await them. But I know, like an outline of what will happen down there.
Do you plan to do any kind of epilogue type stuff with the podcast once, like the kind of closure elements that
Sure.
happen after the big climax?
It depends on how volume 1 finishes. Like, if I can include everything I want to include, we might not need one. But there's a lot of moving pieces there. So it might be in written form, maybe like a narrated story thing, like what Josh is so good at. Maybe something like that.
Cool. So yeah, 10 minutes left, guys. Anything you want to say to the peoples?
We got like 20 minutes left because we
20?
started.
Oh,
so
we
late.
started late.
Yeah,
You're
we
right.
started so late.
You're right.
Yeah, I think going back to that epilogue question, like I've been trying to like evaluate around my brain around what type of content we can be providing between volume 1 and volume 2, because
Mhm.
obviously the last thing we want is for you guys to just be like, all right, we'll see you when we see you,
Yeah.
and then like peace
And
out.
then we're just gone.
Which is part of the reason why these monthly Q&As and the more outside of Friday interactions are so valuable for us, because it allows us to keep that dialogue going and keep you guys apprised as to what's going on.
And it's not like we'll be off social media once we're on break. The main thing was just making it so we're not producing a weekly show again.
Yeah, and
because that's a lot of work.
We need a little bit of a break and time to really wrap our heads around what volume 2 is going to look like. And I think from a format perspective, we're pretty much there. I just need to write the dang thing. So I think I was telling these guys, I don't think I talked about it on on an episode or anything, but probably like 70 to 75% of my creative energy towards Sneak Attack is focused on volume 2 right now, which is probably not very practical. Like, I should really be dumping more time into what we're currently doing, but volume 2 excites me that much. So I think it's really cool that I think it's really cool that we have that to look forward to. So I'm really digging it already.
And Bryce is asking if we'll do another game week next month. I'm assuming.
Oh, next month, yeah.
Yeah, we could do another game week. As much as these guys may not wanna, we can do it. We can make it happen. Play some Quiplash.
I'm fine playing games.
So we get all 6 of us, and then two fans who are watching can hop in if they want. But
6,
5 of us, and then 3 fans who ever want can hop in. But yeah, so we had a blast. We did that. Did you see that? Did you watch that at all? Oh, it's going live today, by the way. So this one will be done, and it'll remain unlisted for a month. But last month's will go live.
Right.
So,
but you guys
have already seen it, probably.
Well, through Patreon, you guys will be able to see this one immediately. So if you're watching it early, it's because you're patrons. So thanks for being patrons.
Yeah. Question: are you guys prepared to pay for Alyssa's therapy if Sherwood doesn't get saved?
No, we're like limited liability. So any cost accrued for your mental sanity is on you. We've actually taken the steps to protect ourselves from such lawsuits and financial obligations.
Yeah. Mike, however, he may not talk to you guys about this, but he'll be starting a support group for both Sherwood fans, Tegan fans, just Furman, anyone who we know definitely is going to die. There'll be that after the show that he'll gather with regularly.
I think he's thinking about making a podcast.
Yeah, just
for the break.
just to be, face to face with other hurting people
Yeah.
from what Reed's done on the show.
It's
I
just-
think it's called Mike Made This.
Mike made this. All the
And you get a sticker that you
You
can put on a
you get
hat
a
if you
sticker.
want, or
it's
you can
all,
put it on
all the
your shirt.
dads and Sherwood and Tegan because he's gonna die.
Definitely gonna die.
Oh, question.
Will Dirk make a reappearance in the finale? The only proper answer is yes.
Yeah, we'll see Dirk again, guaranteed.
Yeah. That's like at the end of a Marvel movie. We will see Dirk again.
Yeah, Dirk will return. Yeah,
At the Sneak Attack Infinity War.
yeah. No, Dirk is definitely going to make a revisit.
Awesome.
Sneak Attack Infinity War, though.
Here's what we do.
The Colonel comes back.
Here's what we
Sherwood
do.
comes back.
We
Mike and
all-
I have to juggle both characters.
We all split into 5 different D&D groups that each of us are DMing,
Mm.
Yes.
and then we bring them all together in
Yeah.
the end for a big epic war.
There it is.
Someone on Twitter asked if you guys ever go back to the Plane of the Damned, if I can force you to have a conversation between Akio and the Colonel to make you like rapid fire switch your voice, but and like Mike with Milo and Sherwood, although that one's not as severe.
That would be
Can you give it a shot right now?
interesting.
Can you give a Colonel Akio?
What would
conversation
Akio say to
right
the
now?
Colonel? Because you have to imagine the Colonel's probably been in the Plane of the Damned for like an IRL month.
They can share that.
Yeah. So what would Akio say
I
to
don't
the
know.
Colonel?
Whereas Akio probably really hated being there. I feel like the Colonel fully accepts being there. I think about him there a lot, just reliving that moment over and over
Uh-huh.
and trying to fix things, but each time failing. Like trying to get young Colonel to be brave
Mhm.
and to come out from under the wagon and fight and failing every time. But I feel like he knows that that's what he deserves. Like
Mhm.
that's the penalty he has to pay. So
Okay.
I think he tries just as hard every time.
So
Okay.
it's like Edge of Tomorrow thing, but except he knows he can't get any better.
Right.
So in the book I'm reading right now,
The Wheel of
It's-
Time by Robert Jordan.
nope, it's Brandon Sanderson. He's the guy who preceded Robert Jordan with the Wheel of Time. But he's writing a new series, The Way of Kings, I think. And in that book there are these like apocalypses that happen,
Mhm.
and the only thing that holds them off are these 10 heralds that go to hell and hold back the apocalypse, and
Idris Elba.
they get tortured the entire time that they're there, and all it takes is one of them giving in to open the doorway for the apocalypse to come back to the world. But then they come back to the world as well. They help the world fight the apocalypse. Then when they defeat it, they all die and go back. And like that's just the process. Is they get
Do
tortured
they
until
change?
one of them breaks, and then they're out and they fight the apocalypse. Then the apocalypse gets defeated. They all go back to hell and fight back the apocalypse by being tortured, and then the next one breaks and they come back.
That sounds horrible.
Is it
Yeah,
ever? Is there ever
yeah.
like
But here's the
a
deal.
break for them?
No, that's the deal.
It's
like
just
they're
constantly hard.
they were humans, but now they're immortal after they kind of accepted this like quest. But like the whole premise is that 9 of them quit. Like the last apocalypse they did, 9 of them survived and didn't die, and so they all chose to just quit and never die.
Mm.
And so they left the one, and he's the one that never broke through all the ages. Each of the other ones had broken at one point, but this is the one guy who never broke, but he's the only one that died. And so they leave him. And the world thinks that they won, that they beat the apocalypse forever.
Mm.
And so everyone thinks that they're victorious. It takes this dude like 4,000 years before he finally breaks. But the unbreakable guy eventually breaks. So like
Spoiler
Colonel-
alert.
Jeez.
I guess I won't ever.
I will
play.
recommend
you
that
guys
one
were
on
never
Onward.
gonna read
Wow.
it. You were never gonna read
Hey,
it.
I just got an Audible account, so maybe I will. Guess not. no.
Anyway, it's freaking rad.
Yeah.
But my point is, Colonel's gonna break eventually. Like at some point, he'll reach his limit. Everybody does. Everybody has a limit.
I don't know. What would a hardened Colonel be like?
Too much for this world. This is He's good where he's at.
Can you add a little gruff to the voice? Can you give us a little Colonel with some
No.
broken?
No, let's
gruff?
not do accents anymore.
All right.
You
Did I?
guys
How many
get
questions did I miss here?
7 more.
Just poor
episodes.
Sterling is the last thing I saw.
Okay.
Go up a little bit.
Well, there's some about PUBG in there.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Oh, if all the characters were in PUBG, who would get the chicken dinner?
Milo or Sherwood?
Yeah, Milo probably. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Question. Piggybacking off.
No. Aaron. Yeah,
Oh.
right there.
Do you have a favorite class that you've designed for Volume 2? Reed.
Yeah. Let me find it.
Can I guess?
Sure, I have a list.
Um.
Well, I mean, you can.
Can I guess to you?
Yeah, you can guess to me because
Okay.
some of them are secret.
Is it the
And you guys like LaCroix? What's your favorite flavor?
the political?
This one's tangerine. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Kind of tastes like orange soda.
Kind of. Okay. So right now I have 8. I had to look it up on my phone. If you get a glimpse, you can see all of it. Check.
Oh, screen cap that you didn't.
Yep, but too slow. So that's actually pretty visible. So I have 8 classes that I've designed. And I think there are 2 that I'm kind of really drawn to right now. One has to deal with religion, maybe something to do with a like deity or deities.
Oh, he's teasing.
I'm teasing you guys. And another would be something akin to like a diplomat, and then another would be pilots, because there are ships in Volume 2, and someone's got to fly them. So
Cool.
I have 8 classes, and then I'll probably have 2 to 3 subclasses for each class.
Pilot is one that I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones, that I thought looked very intriguing. Piggybacking off of Jess Stelou's question above, who do you think would win in a battle royale between the PCs and Dirk? Reed.
Oh, it's like all the PCs fighting Dirk?
I think battle royale means we're all fighting each other.
Okay. Who would win in a battle royale and all the PCs and Dirk? It doesn't matter. It could be anyone else and Dirk wins every time.
Who would win in a battle royale not in character?
Oh, just our actual people.
Reed or Mike? That's what I think.
Probably Mike. He's got actual military training.
actually-
Actually,
veteran.
military. Yeah, I know. But you've got weight and height and length and size on him. You know what I mean? So at some point, that stuff does mean something. Like,
Yeah, but I also get
reach
winded
and-
after running a block. I mean, like, I think he's got the advantage on me.
okay. Can we hear Jim Samuel's song?
Not right now.
Not right now. Next month. Or you could bring it to our bonus cast.
Oh yeah, I could.
We could explore that on the bonus cast for any of the $35 backers. Yeah.
Is that it?
That's all the questions
Oh, that's
that I
everything
saw.
so far. Okay.
Everything so far. So thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
Yeah.
As we still have some time.
Yeah. What I would like to do is, because next month's live stream will be April, and we will very likely be wrapping up the show
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
around May. So, what I would like to do is maybe have you guys prep questions about Volume 2, because I think now would kind of be a good time to start drip feeding that content to you guys, especially
To
as
the Patreon.
to you guys particular, yeah, because I want you guys to kind of know about it more quickly than everyone else. So yeah, if you've got any Volume 2 questions, I'd say write them down. Yeah, I mean, it'll probably be June as well. I don't know. We're getting through it a little faster than I thought. So who knows? It might be May, it might be June. But yeah, just come prepared with stuff for like Volume 2 and stuff, because I'm eager to share this with you guys. But I don't want to do it too early. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, fun fact, we're actually getting ready to record a podcast episode
There he is.
right now after this.
There he is.
So don't forget to support your local library.
Yep.
And thanks for always supporting us. We flip and love you guys.
Thank you.
And we will see you on the next month or on every Friday. All right. I'm just curious how long Reed will continue to wave his hand. Dan, you got a face for the camera?